Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another Tesla weekly video for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. One hell of a week. We had one crazy week and then one crazy Friday afternoon/evening. I mean, OpenAI parted ways, fired, whatever you want to name it, with Sam Altman. He's not even on the board of directors anymore. He's completely gone. What happens? I don't know. We're going to wait and see in the next couple of days. We had, IBM, Apple, Disney all pulled their advertisements from X. Of course, I'm not going to touch on the whole Elon Musk comments throughout this week. If you follow me on X, you know my thought on what has happened. I think things are always blown out of proportion. If there is a way to attack Elon Musk, they will find a way to attack him, even though, yes, sometimes he is trigger happy on X, and maybe as CEO of multiple companies, but especially as CEO of a publicly traded company and a platform that still needs a lot of advertising dollars to flow through it, I think sometimes he should maybe be less active on social media, but then again, he can do whatever he wants. Now, let's start with the video. So first things first, we had a meeting between Elon Musk and Xi Jinping. Elon Musk said, "May there be prosperity for all." Of course, China, huge market for Tesla. Then let's jump right into the China insured numbers. So for this week, we're actually lower than last week. We're at 12,700 for the week November 6th to November 12th. That's down 7% quarter over quarter, up 37% year over year. And if you want to know the mix of both, again, majority of it is Model Y. Very interesting to see that Model 3 has dropped again quarter over quarter. Maybe it's because they're exporting more and more right now. Could be. I mean, there's still time throughout this quarter. Then with regards to the worldwide Model Y sales by month in 2023, I mean, North America is the number 2 here with 306,000. Asia Pacific, the biggest markets for the Model Y, 374,000. Then we have Europe, 207,000. Middle East sits at 14,000. Of course, the real number is a bit higher according to Piloli because there are some countries where he does not get the sales numbers. And now I will say this. Tesla as a business, despite all the noise, because recently there is just so much noise. I mean, you just write the name Elon Musk, you know you're going to get clicks. You write the name Twitter or X, and then you plug in some anti-Semitism or whatever, you know you're going to get a lot of traction, a lot of clicks. But since we are talking about investment here, it is very important to see the investment, to look at the business. Yes, short term, whatever he says on X, whatever happens, or whatever someone says on Tesla, on Elon Musk, or about Elon Musk, about Tesla, yes, can hurt the stock in the short term. But in the long term, the stock market cares about what the business is doing. And currently, there's nothing that really tells me that the business is going to fail or that this is failing right now. There are plenty of exciting things that are coming up. The launch, the delivery launch of the Cybertruck, maybe not related to Tesla directly, but there is also the launch, the new test number 2 for Starship. Remains to be seen if it gets delayed again or not, but there are still a lot of things to be excited about. FSD version 12, whenever that will be, in about 2 weeks. Then ramping up of the Highland. I mean, come on. Enough with the short-term noise thinking. Let's go back to the long-term thesis here. Now, before I continue, if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you have not, would really appreciate that. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. Now, apparently in China, there was this report right here, and this is definitely translated. So the Chinese government has reportedly removed all signs that bar Tesla cars from some China government compounds. The Ministry of Commerce apparently said they removed them to encourage foreign-funded investments. Very interesting, especially after the comments of Xi Jinping that he does not want to go to war, he does want to have better relations with the United States, etc., etc. Interesting moves. The Prime Minister of Thailand also visited Tesla's Fremont factory. The Prime Minister said, "It is my hope that this collaboration will cement Thailand as the hub for EV and renewable energy in the years to come." By the way, going back to my comment I made earlier, remember, there are still a lot of countries around the world that want Tesla to build a factory in that country. Now, that would not have been the case if it was a bad investment, if it was a bad company. Just remember. Moving on to India, another very interesting market for Tesla. You know my thoughts on this. I think they should enter that market first with the energy side of the business because India does not have the infrastructure for a launch of lots of EV models there. I think first energy, build out the grid maybe, and then launch some cars. Maybe they can produce the cars in India and then export them, but I mean, China is just next door, so yeah, I wouldn't see the point there. So apparently, Tesla has asked New Delhi for an initial tariff concession that would allow it to offset India's steep customs duty of 70% per car worth less than $40,000 and 100% per car worth $40,000 or more, according to two officials with knowledge to the matter. Their view has always been that they need some tariff concessions, at least in the interim period. It would have some kind of sunset clause. So it remains to be seen what happens in the future. We know that Elon Musk and Prime Minister Modi do have a good relationship. So yeah, remains to be seen what happens there. I don't really think that an announcement is imminent. Remember, Elon Musk still is playing that card of high interest rates. We have to be maybe a bit slower with our investments, etc., etc. So don't expect multiple announcements of new megapack factories around the world or gigafactories. Then we have to talk about what has been happening in Sweden. So apparently, with regards to the Swedish strike situation, there is an announcement actually by Tesla, and again, this has been translated, I believe, by Google Translate or something like that. So, like many other companies, we have chosen not to enter into a collective agreement. More than 90% of our employees have chosen to remain in their positions, ready to welcome you to our delivery centers, service centers, and stores. We want to ensure you that we are deeply committed to continuing our journey in Sweden. We recently opened our first version 4 supercharger in Sweden, and many more are on the way. I mean, what is happening there is very close to extortion, if you ask me. But then again, unions are a type of, well, I'll let you finish the sentence. Then with regards to Tesla advertising, some accounts have found some advertising on YouTube. Now the first ad, to be honest, is actually a horrible ad. I don't know. I know they're trying things out, but let's be honest. I mean, it's an ad that shows Tesla safety, etc., etc. First of all, it's supposed to be vertically filmed. It's half of it or most of it is horizontally. It's really not an ad that appeals to the broader public. Lots of specifications, lots of numbers and letters all around. I mean, in my opinion, a very, very bad ad. But of course, they'll test out multiple versions. Then there is the second ad, which looks like this. So drive home your own Tesla Model Y starting at $36,490. The world's best-selling car, available starting at $399 per month. And of course, you can schedule a demo and stuff like that. This ad looked already a bit better, a bit more appealing. I think Rob Maurer said it perfectly on his video. I mean, the first ad looks like an ad that you would get when you ask an engineer to do some marketing. They should definitely hire a marketer. Maybe, I mean, call Mr. Beast. I'm sure he will come up with a great idea to advertise Tesla cars. I mean, Jimmy wouldn't say no. And then some more good news here. So Tesla Model Y maintains top spot for Canadian EV sales in Q3. Then with regards to Tesla Energy, Sosteneo and Edify Energy to build a 400 million Australian dollar energy storage system. So that's an Italian company and an Australian one. They will build and operate a 185 megawatt battery in the Murray River region of Victoria. They say here that the project will also contribute to Victoria's drive to meet legislated energy storage targets of at least 2.6 gigawatt of storage capacity by 2030 and 6.3 gigawatt by 2035. Another day, another big win for Tesla Energy. Then last thing here is the graph. So we're now over the 200-day moving average despite all the noise. This week was still a big week for the stock. Good green candle here over the 200-day moving average, which still is $230. We finished the week 234.3. Then RSI is extremely neutral. I mean, This line right here, 220, was respected yet again. So let's see if we can maybe form a nice little base here to have a bit more support in case something bad-ish happens in the future. This area should be a bit more solid, but currently, I mean, despite everything, you would have thought that Tesla would maybe go down under $200, but no, it's holding up quite nice. Of course, positive macro news helps with that as well. So that will be it for this video. Again, there is a lot of noise, there is a lot of critics around Tesla, around Elon Musk, X, etc., etc. Again, I'm not going to talk about this in this video. If you want to hear my thoughts, you can follow me on X there. I'm way more open because, well, I can say whatever I want, well, close to whatever I want on that platform. So that will be it for this video. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below if you enjoy this type of videos. Leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.